Hey, happy Friday, happy full moon nearly, happy Cancer season still. I just couldn't not talk today from outside because it's just so beautiful. There is a bit of a wind, so hopefully you can still hear me all right, but it's just so hot and stunning. I couldn't make the most of this weather and not be out in it. And we've got some gorgeous light reflections going on from the sun there, and it's just gorgeous. So how are we doing? We've got another full moon in Capricorn coming on the 21st, not long after 11 a.m. on UK time, Sunday morning. 19th today. 21st is the full moon in Capricorn, the second full moon in a row in Capricorn. Now this is quite significant because what we have, which is what I talked about last time, I'm going to touch on a couple of the similar themes and a couple of the different themes. So we're talking today about, we've got the similarity of the sun in Cancer, because always there's a sun and moon opposition with a full moon. That's how we have the sight of the moon being full, it's reflecting with the sun. So we have this beautiful energy that can be balancing between the sun and the moon, or showing us in issues of relationships, because the opposition is often about relationships in astrology, and showing us those kind of influences. So what we have with the sun and the moon together with Cancer and Capricorn is this beautiful dynamic of offering us a rebalancing of our work and responsibilities to others with home and self-care. So the sun in Cancer is all about home and family and self-care and nourishment and retreating in a really nourishing environment. And we've got the opposite end of the zodiac, the opposite spectrum of Capricorn being work life, responsibilities to others, work legacy, leaving a legacy, our responsibilities to others in terms of duties, it's issues of law and order, it's issues of anywhere where there's drive and determination and moving forwards in our life with ambitions, all of those kind of things. So we've got this beautiful dynamic of polarity in our home and work areas. So similarly to the last full moon in Capricorn, I would invite you to think about where these areas are out of balance. So it's not saying do one and not the other, it's saying where can we bring that into balance, where can we bring that into alignment that serves both sides of that spectrum, because that's what really is a great opportunity to utilize. So always with full moon energy as well, we have a really good opportunity to let go of stuff in the run up to the full moon and over the exact period and a couple of days after. We've got this beautiful clearing out opportunity. So what are we let going of, peeps? What are we letting go of to make more space in our work and home lives? What are we letting go of to bring more balance into our work and home life? So there are things that you can be shifting, releasing, changing up. We've got a bit of a change element in the mix, interestingly, because we have Uranus trining this sun and moon opposition. So Uranus always loves to bring a bit of change, and if you've heard me talk about Uranus before, you'll know that that change isn't always convenient or comfortable in the first instance, but this is a trine energy, which makes it a favorable change energy. And with Uranus anyway, it always likes to change things up that works out for the longer term good. So if you are going through some changes, if things are coming up that are shifting you, that are stretching you, that are rebalancing you, or showing you where things are out of balance, which can often be the case, is actually the universe's way of supporting you. It's a really great way of rethinking when issues and events and things that bring up change come up, because actually what's happening is the universe is always trying to bring us into more alignment we don't always want to see it, or we might not always recognize it as that, but actually we've got always a really good opportunity to grow from whatever challenges come up, to realign from whatever challenges come up, and to adopt perhaps a new, more evolved perspective or set of circumstances. So themes of all the rebalancing and all the shifting and clearing out any clutter, physically, mentally, emotionally, anything that brings you out of balance with your work and home life, are good areas to utilize this energy. Of course, we can do this work anytime. Don't wait for the astrological events to happen, but I always say it's great to offer an opportunity. We can utilize them as an opportunity to do this work consciously. Of course, we can do it anytime as well. We've also got Pluto in the mix. So there's a conjunction, which is when two planets are closely together, and that is the full moon and Pluto at the time of the full moon on Sunday morning UK time, just after 11 a.m. Pluto is just 1 degree away from the moon, making it another interesting theme that's coming up about power. So when you're thinking as well about what you can be letting go of, what things aren't serving your home and work life balance, there might be some other issues to contend with, to consider around power dynamics, because that's all about Pluto energy. And the two energies combine in a conjunction. When two planets are conjunct, the two energies combine and they make a synergy. So with the moon and Pluto together, closely together, they're only 1 degree apart. They are in separate signs, which gives a little more separation, but actually they're still only 1 degree apart. So we've got Pluto in Aquarius and we've got the moon in Capricorn. And so what that means is there'll be some interesting dynamics for letting go of areas of power dynamics. Where are you maybe trying to control outcomes? Where are you trying to exert your power and sense of responsibility over someone else, perhaps, maybe without realizing, maybe without intending? Where are you trying to control outcomes rather than trust in the co-creation process and kind of relinquish control? These are all interesting things to think about in a moon and Pluto conjunction at the time of the moon being full. So issues of power dynamics, this of course may be reflected in your work life as well. So thinking about power dynamics there, power dynamics anywhere, is a really good time to have a look at and see what might need to go. As always, we are in it together. We're talking about all the things evolving. A shorter video from me today, as I did cover a lot of these themes in the last full moon video, so do check that out and have a revisit. But we have a little more to think about around power dynamics today and moving into the weekend. And do join me on my YouTube channel, Evolve with Grace, Stella Grace, and over on socials I am under Stella Grace Holistics, and I look forward to seeing you there. I do share most of my content on YouTube, but there's a little bit more on socials, so if you'd like to join me over there, you'll get a little bit more regular content. And otherwise, have a super full moon weekend. Enjoy clearing out the clutter, both emotionally and physically, as full moons like us to do. Enjoy that positive change, any shifts, any step ups, any coincidences that feel less than convenient. Enjoy the change and the flow that they might be bringing, because actually this has been a theme for me of clearing out stagnancy. There's been some stagnant energies that have really shifted for me that I didn't know how stagnant they were until they shifted, actually. So sometimes there can be blessings in disguise with change, with shifts, and with growth. So enjoy all of that, and I will look forward to seeing you again next Friday, bringing some more content on YouTube. And I also have a blog post on all my moon musings over on my website, stellagrace.me. and so that will be up later today as well. I also have another video that I'm putting up today on my YouTube channel that talks all about my forthcoming book, if you're interested in that, and it's called From Grit to Grace, or that's one of the working titles. That may be subject to change in the publishing process, but at the moment the working title is From Grit to Grace, and that is taking you from your grit to grace in 3 evolutionary but practical stages, packed with tools and insights, and an accompanying oracle card deck, 44 oracle cards as well, that are within the pages but also are a separate deck in itself. So I can't wait to bring you that out in the world no later than early next year, and look forward to sharing that with you, and lots more content in between. Have a super weekend and send in much love.